Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wolf King's Vids. All right, so we're going to be getting into a relatively quick video as I have a quick time schedule. I'm a very busy man, not to step on Drag's toes as if I can with his big-ass feet. Phrasing. I searched YouTube, and I'm not going to lie, this has generally surprised me. Usually I tend not to talk about this individual, excuse me. But G-Man has made a proclamation that apparently flat earthers are not that crazy, and I'm generally concerned for this boy because he tends to bootstrap on his own bullshittery. You know, it is kind of disturbing. But let's just check out his video.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries, and this is going to be a short video. I've been doing a lot of thinking about some things. I've been doing some
that concerns me right there because you know his track record of thinking, you know, it's somewhat skewed.
Research, and I've been listening hard to the people who hold to the flat Earth position. And you all know by the videos that I've made, a lot of them I put on private, that I made videos claiming that they were being unbiblical with the things that they were saying, that they were flat out cuckoo, and all this other stuff. I even made videos calling people's names out and whatnot, like Rand and Arcane and Pillbox, Kill, and a bunch of other people and whatnot. This is what I say today. I believe that they're not cuckoo, and I believe that we need to give them a chance and at least hear them out what they have to say regarding their flat Earth position. The only reason I'm saying this is because the vast majority of us have never been in outer space, and we are taking the word of other people regarding the shape of the Earth.
It's like he hates being called stupid and having to reiterate that he's not stupid, but then he says things that bootstraps on his own stupidity and ignorance. And that's like, what the fuck? It's like a person. It's like a person leaving like they wallet out on the table, and when you come to pick it up, he say, "Hey, why you touch my wallet?" And he's like, "You left it on the freaking table." Like, what the? Like, how is it my fault that you're responsible? Like, what the hell? Like, it don't matter if you've been in space. Have you ever been in a plane? Like, have you ever been like noticed the curvature? Like, I know you don't understand time zones. I mean, you called Matt Dillon here at around midnight thinking it was 9 o'clock where he was. But damn, Gary, this is one of the few bits of science you understood.
And I think that I kind of owe them an apology. Now, I still believe that the Bible doesn't necessarily support the idea of flat Earth. However, it doesn't mean that that's not a reality. I'll talk about this some other time in the.
Gary, you stupid. Like, what the hell? You kind of look like Tommy right here. Like a young ass Tommy Sotomayor. Without the beard and shit and the goatee.
Video when I'm done doing some research on some things that's come to my attention about NASA. But I do want to say this. I think if someone is a Christian and we know that they're a Christian, and they believe that the Earth is flat, we should not look at them as being weird or different or anything like that. It's just that they are not listening to these other sciences, like evolution, which is this weird and cuckoo, whatever. And that I believe is cuckoo. I'm believing in macro.
I mean, you know, when you're ignorant of a subject, I mean that's one thing. But when you don't even understand the mindset of people like flat earthers, I mean, it's kind of fucking sad, right? There are two halves of them. A lot of them are trolls that just want to stir up controversy for the sake of like making people say like what the fuck, and then there are other people who are generally insane and just suffer from mental illness like you, for example. Or maybe mild untreated ADHD, or whatever the fuck you got. But yeah, that's generally like the flat earth movement in a nutshell. All right. None of that shit should be taken seriously. Like if the Greek scientists figured this out just by sailing their boats, we shouldn't be arguing about this in 2017. There's a war on science, for fuck's sake. Like this stuff is like minuscule in the grand scale of things.
Macroevolution and this Big Bang theory and abiogenesis, in which there's absolutely no evidence for it whatsoever. Those are the kind of things that are cuckoo, and I took a lot of time out to look into this stuff. I watched a lot of videos. I've read some material.
Yeah, and you did a little experiment at your job, which turned out to be some nonsense. Picking up skunks and shit, you silly ass man. Goddamn.
About this particular topic, and I came to the conclusion that this stuff is pseudoscience and it's not real science. However, I'm just starting my research on these claims about NASA, and I'm starting some research regarding about how we go about understanding the shape of the Earth and everything and whatnot. And I think I need to give that equal time that I gave to evolution. So I officially do not believe that flat earthers are cuckoo no more. I believe they have a legitimate argument.
I just want to see what that legitimate argument is. I hope it's not. I hope it's not if NASA is involved in some ambiguous conspiracy. Therefore, the Earth might be flat. Like I hope it's not like some kind of like retarded sort of deductive argument like that. I hope that reasoning isn't something you're trying to imply there. That's equivalent to rat shit in a pit right there.
And I'll leave it at that. I'm not a flat earther. I'm just saying that they have a legitimate argument. And I'm not so much trusting NASA so much no more now. Because, well, again, when I actually show you what I want to show you, you'll understand. Whether or not you want to believe me or not, that's you. Because I don't believe it's a scientific issue or anything like that. But, yeah. So, that's all I wanted to say about that. My position, as far as like how I look at flat earthers, I don't think they're cuckoo no more.
Yeah, I think you're retarded. Like just for saying that, like that's a good derp face. But I think the real reason why he's saying this right now is due to the understanding that like these Christians that are like way out there like in terms of like fringe beliefs. As long as they're declaring some kind of conspiracy like done by like shadow people or demons or whatever the fuck, like they're still like good on his team. But I just can't imagine like judging my beliefs and opinions like based on like just groupthink, right? Like trying to like form a team or something like that. I'd have to have some individuality, some like criteria by which I form my beliefs. I couldn't imagine going with like homeopathy or reincarnation or friggin' or like that atheism plus bullshit that was out like a few years back. Like like there are many people who buy into this stuff and have really no objective criteria for evidence for any of these propositions. I don't really see the objective like some legitimate argument and is espousing with the flat earth movement. I don't know what the fuck he's here. And to try and like garner sympathy just by virtue of whatever, I mean it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean it's just crazy. And I think he's just asked being called stupid. Here's the thing. I generally don't like to tease because the tease like that's trolling and with me I try to have like a bit of art to it, a bit of wit. Right? I like to make sure like my points are ironic, but at least you can understand them, right? Just to go off point. But it's like if you want to be seen as like a serious like interlocutor, right? You'd want to make sure that like that what you're saying has some kind of rationale or like empiricism to it. Otherwise, why even engage it? Why would you affirm a claim that you have absolutely no justification for? I mean, otherwise you're just talking gibberish. You're just talking out your ass. And G-Man has determined to go with the latter. I mean, it's funny that he was voted dumb fuck of the year, so he can't really attain that position again this year. But later on, I think maybe tomorrow when I have time for y'all, I'll put out my nomination for dumb fuck of the year while we still got time. I think there's some time for some new blood. So yeah, I think G-Man's slipping. I think his like what little shreds of respect for him is being like ripped away, like as it builds up like slow with time. But yeah, that's all I got to say. All right, this has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Stop by out there to know. Hail Satan and happy holidays. Love you guys. Bye.